What's going on, guys? LSU Recruiting HQ here. Michael Sedetall, your host, and we got a special weekday episode previewing McNeese State. What the Tigers got to do to get back on track this week, and we're going to take a look at who's going to be out, who's going to be in. Some guys that are going to be in the class of 2022 going to be on visits this week. Who's going to be on campus, who's not. We're going to get into all of that on this episode of LSU Recruiting HQ. First thing I'm going to talk about is obviously we're going to put the past behind us, man. We're going to leave that UCLA game in the past. Tough loss for the Tigers, starting off again 0-1, but trying to keep a positive mindset. It seems like everybody that I've talked to, the vibes in the locker room are a lot better than they were last year. Everything Coach O is saying sounds good, but obviously that comes with what's going to happen on the field in the future. Now, the good news is LSU can take this week, and this is kind of their week where they can, get guys that don't normally play into the game. It's time to throw some of these offensive linemen like Marcus Dumerville, Marlon Martinez, guys like that into the fire, man, and see what they got. Because right now your offensive line unit has been abysmal for the last year in one game. So things got to change. I'm gonna go through the list of guys that are gonna be out as of right now, as of Wednesday, who aren't gonna be playing for sure. It's Austin Deculus at your right tackle, Cam Wire at left tackle. Defensive end Ali Gay is going to be out. Jay Ward was listed as doubtful with going through concussion protocol. Took a big hit in the UCLA game early in that game and never returned after that. Obviously, everybody knows Jared Small is out for the season with a knee injury. Josh White will be out. Also, Dwight McLaughlin will be out. And, of course, everybody knows Glenn Logan is going to be out with that foot injury. So a big list of guys that are going to be out this week. And for me, obviously, you don't ever want anybody to get hurt, and you wish you could play everybody, your starters every second of every game. But obviously, that's not the case. So the younger guys can take this week and use it as a springboard, maybe to get some confidence. Maybe Coach O and the coaching staff see somebody that stands out, gets into the rotation, the starting rotation a little bit more. That's a big thing to find out this week. I'm probably not like most guys. Most people don't like these kind of games where it's FCS opponents or smaller mid-major non-power 5 schools. They just think, there's no reason for me to watch this team blow out another team. Me personally, I take it as a chance to see what's coming in the future. Um, Obviously, LSU fans are probably thinking now, like, man, I wish they kind of had this kind of tune-up game to start the year, kind of like UCLA did. Obviously, that's no excuse on why LSU lost the game, because that probably wouldn't have changed the outcome if they would have played like they played. But definitely, these games are meaningful as far as younger guys getting reps. You find out who you can trust in your second units usually. All right, and it's a chance for your incoming freshmen to get a lot of playing time. Coach O specifically on off the bench mentioned Garrett Nussmeyer wanted him to get a lot of reps in this game. So looking forward to watching him. Looking forward to see how Max Johnson improves off of his week one performance. Because I got a feeling like, man, until LSU gets a identity on offense, they're going to keep seeing the same thing on defense. They're going to keep getting blitzed. They're going to keep trying to put pressure on Max Johnson. They're going to dare us to run the ball. And it would make me so happy to see LSU go out here and run for 350 yards on McNeese State. Granted, that's not kind of what the offense is built around, but I would love to see them really get an emphasis on getting physical, getting some confidence in the offensive line, and really just asserting their will on McNeese State this week and dominating fashion like I expect them to. And hopefully that can translate and build momentum into the next week, Central Michigan, and then eventually starting SEC play against Mississippi State. That's kind of the game plan, I would think, from this coaching staff, is kind of like finding out, obviously we got to correct the errors on defense. Safeties, linebackers have to be better in run fits. That's something that has to change. Crossing routes, figuring out what kind of zone that works best with the player personnel that you have on the field. Figuring out what personnel need to be on the field at what time. Now, everybody's talking about Durante Jones, Jake Peets. Well, I mean, that was their first game calling plays ever, and to go up against a guy like Chip Kelly, who's experienced and an elite play caller, no matter what you say about his records, no matter what you say his time in the NFL, the man will always be an offensive genius and will be an excellent play caller. And it was just a bad matchup for Durante Jones. Man, he got worked in the 1v1 against kind of like offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator battle. And he just didn't have an answer for Chip Kelly, but that's something that he's going to learn from. And I think any type of athlete or any type of competitor, even coaches, they have that mentality where, once they do something wrong, they're doing everything in their power to correct that. So, speaking on that, let's move to the recruiting side of this weekend. 24/7 released an article this morning talking about the guys that are going to be on campus for sure. And the biggest name that Tiger fans need to pay attention to this weekend is Jacoby Matthews, the safety out of Ponchatoula. Big time name, just recently decommitted this past month. But obviously LSU is very high on his list. So having him on campus this weekend is big time. Bo Borderline was on campus today. Walker Howard. We're waiting on a couple guys. Quincy Wiggins, it looks like, and Jamad Tab are kind of like on the fence on what they're going to do this weekend. But it sounds like eventually those guys will get on campus, obviously. So looking forward to seeing that. Some big news as far as the running back room is Tre Bradford, running back transferred out of LSU this past summer. Went to Oklahoma. Guess things didn't really fit with them. Ends up coming back to LSU yesterday. Which, I mean, at this point, man, that running back group, anything at this point helps. Still, Coach O mentioned this week, John Emery. He won't know about John Emery until about Friday. So look to hear about that. Hopefully he can get back on the field and, like I said, this LSU ground game can get things rolling, get a little bit of confidence in the offensive line and the offense in the whole. But having Tre Bradford back, a great pass-catching running back, having him back in that rotation should help LSU, who needs all the help they can get right now at that running back position. McNeese State, obviously, not the best team. They ended up losing their first game this past weekend. Don't ask me to name who they lost to. I've never heard of them in my life. But like I said, this game is really about one team and one team only. Glad to have the Cody Odron, Ed Odron storyline this week. That's got to be a cool moment for both of them. Frank Wilson coming back to LSU, obviously a great assistant, coach at LSU for a long time. Glad to have him back. And let's be honest, man, it's the first game back in Tiger Stadium since the shutdown with full fans. So, I mean, that's going to be an amazing experience for the last two freshman classes who haven't got to experience that. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I look for LSU to, like I said, dominate this football game, really make it about them and what they need to improve on. And I'm looking forward to watching it Saturday at 7 p.m. ESPN Plus. If you guys don't have that, you make sure you subscribe to that. That'd be the only available way to watch the game. I'm not sure if they're streaming on SEC Plus or not, but if they're not, then you will have to buy the ESPN Plus subscription. So that being said, man, that's all I'm going to go through today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video. Comment down what you guys are thinking heading into week 2. And obviously we're going to be back Sunday or Monday night breaking down the McNeese State game and how everything went. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those. I really want to get to know a lot of you guys on Facebook. That's where I try to reach out the most. And obviously my Twitter account too. I love to interact with all you guys. So if you're not already following me on Twitter, on Facebook, please do that. And give the video a like. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I will see you guys on Sunday or Monday. Thank you, guys.